this is Cindy again from Cindy's Library, and today we are going to talk about A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. Well, first thing I have to say is, why did no one ever tell me about this book when I was younger? I did try it once before, but I must not have been in the right frame of mind or the right mood or something, because it didn't make much of an impression on me. But I gave it another try and I fell in love with Madeline L'Engle and spent the summer reading many of her books, including the rest of the Wrinkle in Time quartet. But today we're going to talk about A Wrinkle in Time. It won the Newbery Award, and it is a very unusual book. It follows the adventures of Meg, who is not your typical middle grader exactly. She is finding life quite hard, not only as trying to survive middle grade, but also her father is missing and no one knows where he is. Fortunately, her three younger brothers, the twins and Charles Wallace, are supportive, as is her mother, but still quite a distressing time for Meg. And so, yes, she comes across as a bit whiny perhaps, but she has every reason in the world to be whiny. And it also shows people's assumptions as well. Everyone assumes that it's for the worst reasons that Mr. Murray, Meg's father, has disappeared. And that isn't necessarily the case. But everything changes when the three Mrs. W's, Mrs. What, Mrs. Which, and Mrs. Who, they show up and they take Meg and her youngest brother Charles Wallace and her friend Calvin on a journey to try and find and rescue Meg's father. And so it is an adventure across space. There's plenty of science in this book, so it is a wonderful inspiration just on that level. It asks difficult questions, questions that are so difficult that some adults may be uncomfortable with it, but children won't be, because they are the questions of life. So I found A Wrinkle in Time absolutely charming, and I'm so glad that I finally read it in the proper frame of mind, and that I read the next three books as well. I highly recommend it. Don't be afraid of giving it to older children. It will inspire their imaginations. And there are so many good themes about it, about the importance of family and love and taking responsibility for choices and not being afraid to act even when you are scared. So, yep, that is A Wrinkle in Time. And of course, after I read it and I discovered that there was a graphic novel, I had to read the graphic novel as well. And it was quite delightful. Fortunately, none of the pictures that I took of the interior quite came out, but the cover does give you a pretty good idea of the style. All of the dialogue from the original book is actually included, and the artist, Hope Larson, she came up with some intriguing ways to depict some of the space travel that the children do and some of the planets that they arrive on. So if you enjoyed the book, you might want to try out the graphic novel. And if you have a reluctant reader but think they might enjoy the book, but they aren't into full books quite yet, try the graphic novel on them. It might be just the way to introduce them to this wonderful story. And so, until next time, I hope you guys are safe and well, and happy reading.